and my feet hurt after that. So, but after I've been walking on like a variable ground, you know,
free information, looking loud or looking voices.
When I lived in my last apartment, I actually
So she was talking about her business, and when I was being too loud, they stayed there the whole time. I was being loud. I'm quiet now. Nobody's there.
Right. They all left.
And then I also had the book Birthing.
Yeah, so I just changed the 720 with the. Yeah, it's like the stream connection. I don't know how to fix that. It's like in and out, and maybe the station is better.
And just attach it so I put the brake on, and like that night, I had the best sleep I had in like my whole life. And all these like I had all these like super like healing dreams of like unresolved problems that I've never in my life that had never been resolved. Like the dream like resolved those issues, and when I woke up, I was like, it was like I stepped into a different dimension the next morning. So from then on, I just used that, and I was like, I'm so glad I did that.
grounding and sun gazing.
Yeah.
Sun gazing.
And actually, like since I've been hanging out in the park more, I've always been very nearsighted because I grew up playing Nintendo and stuff like that. So like I was always nearsighted and I always had vision problems. Like whenever I had to take my driver's test, like it says other muscular-corrective lenses. But what I found out is that when I'm in the park, occasionally my eyesight will literally suddenly shift into almost 180. And I feel like it feels like irritation on my eyes and all like blink. And then if I switch to something, it'll go back down to like being terrible. But it is showing signs you'll feel like sandpaper on my eyes when I kind of like that, and then it'll go away. But it's showing.
A ton of
But it's showing.
3 Bitcoin, 1 glow proof, 3 Bitcoin. Dare to question with
That statue right there, it's like equidistant on the other side that way. I see it. Where you go? Oh yeah. So
yeah, go ahead.
Three Bitcoin for 1 proof of a globe. 3 Bitcoin for 1 proof of a globe. Worth almost $60,000.
that's one thing I need to learn more about.
$60,000 reward for a proof of the globe. $60,000 proof of the globe.
What is that? It's a silver infused fibers. You put your phone into it, and it has your body regulated. So not going too big, it's barely fit. But you put your phone into it, and you put your cards into it too, just in case you don't want to have anybody read your cards, because it's also anti-RFID.
Okay.
Slip your phone in there, and so you're not getting all the radiation on your body.
Not the phone.
I definitely need to learn more about this technology.
Right. Well, you think about your
flat
phone as
stationary.
your own personal 5G
Water's level.
So if you don't have your phone on your person, you're not going to be affected from the 5G as much. You know,
Going to circumnavigate south by north, north to south.
Literally,
I have a 5G.
So that means I'm safer than like people with newer phones, because I'm just getting like the old school signals, I guess.
That's why I tried going back down to 3G actually, and they don't.
One proof of the globe will get you $60,000 in Bitcoin. 1 proof. We need curvature, spin, or air pressure next to a vacuum without a solid barrier. 3 Bitcoin for 1 proof. $60,000 in Bitcoin.
First flat and stationary, water's level.
1 proof of curvature,
Doesn't curve.
you can win $60,000 with Bitcoin.
I'm gonna put this down here. Sorry guys, I'm doing stuff.
I can't so it's like.
But so why do you think? Because like I had read books on how to heal my eyes and everything, and I had done all these like exercises. I never really got good results until I came, and it might be coincidence, but I'm near the 5G. So do you think the 5G is somehow helping my eyes?
I wouldn't say so. I would say it's just being in the sun.
Just being out in a healthy environment.
Absolutely.
That could be it. Just being
Going
out.
down in this grotto where you're not seeing the 5G
Yeah,
towers.
and
Yeah.
also keep in mind, just like the way they purify the air, plants and leaves,
Yeah.
they also purify the electrical aspects of the air as
Because
well.
it's so weird. It's like right now everything's super blurry, but if I'm relaxed and under the right circumstance, I'll just eyes. But as I'm looking around, I'm like, whoa, it's totally clear right now.
Right.
But it won't last. It's just for like until I like blink or like move my eyes around until I mess it up. It's like it's there for a second. I'm like, whoa, I can see everything, and then it goes away. So I wish I could just like keep it like that, but it has like an irritation feeling.
Right.
So if I could not have that irritation feeling and still keep
There's
everything
flat
clear, it'd be
stationary.
amazing.
Water's
I'd heal
level.
my eyes.
This is one of the things that it just correlating it with the 5G is one of the things that I'm thinking about. Whenever we're stressed out, you know, the nervous system in our body is is a lot more hyper, right? It's a lot more activated, a lot more electrical current going through it, and that's what the 5G is. It's a lot more intense energy. So if say you're a stressed out person, or if you have a lot of like maybe parts of your brain that haven't been resolved per se, you know, not necessarily you, but anybody.
Yeah.
The 5G would be more resonant with interacting with that part of your body. Or if you're just an angry person or, you know, like stressed out person, it might just make it worse. You know, but if you're calm, relaxed, instead of like holding things in, you're just letting things go.
Somebody else said something about that
Yeah.
too. There was a guy doing 3D. He brought his 3D printer up here, and he was doing like these cool like 3D objects. And he was
There's
talking about how
flat
5G is like you have to like open your energy field to allow it to like actually benefit you. He said if you're trying, if
Yes, I agree.
you're like psychologically and physically trying to like fight it, it literally causes a problem. He said you kind of like have to relax to let it kind of like do its thing.
And that's the thing, like with our energy fields, is it's not a filter necessarily, and it's not something that blocks things. It's something that it transmutes the energy that it's absorbing and creates something beneficial. Like you said, I agree with that. I'm not necessarily super trusting with where my mind is at and where, you know, my heart is at because of my own emotional life. You know, I know that I have issues to work on before I'm just gonna jump into the lion's den, so to say.
Yeah.
But I know, I do believe that is a possibility.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Because like there are some people
There's, like,
that
beef
are
jerky.
totally like deathly afraid of 5G.
Agreed.
So it's like, how do you figure out like? There probably is good. There's probably some truth to it, but also some truth to. Even some people say that we're coming out of the age of Pisces and into the age of Aquarius, which is an information. It's like the information, not information. Like it's like 2,000 years of
Communication, information.
And like it's part of the age of Aquarius. It's supposed to be part of it.
Agreed, yeah. Well, the thing is we're coming out of the age of Pisces, which is also the age of mystery and deception as well. So Pisces is deception. Going into Aquarius is bound to be a lot of overlap. And
Yeah.
that's kind of what I see here. Is we see a piece of technology that's utilizing
There's
a
flat
field,
stationary,
which is 5G.
water's
It's
level.
a field that's utilizing. But what is it
No one's been to
utilizing
the
it
moon.
for? What is the purpose
Can't hurt you
that
to
it's using it for? We probably could use 5G for a lot more than, say, getting really fast video on our phone, right?
Of course.
So it's like also kind of bottlenecking the potential by just using it for our phones
Yeah.
and saying, oh, that's all it's good for.
Yeah, because there's so many things that could be done with it.
Agreed.
Here asking for proof of Earth.
Yeah, there's a lot more behind all of it. And we know the only thing that is going to be able to tell us is time
Yeah.
and awareness too.
Yeah,
Just
but
make
after
sure to
this,
keep
when we
in
get
touch
some
with
food.
your body.
Yeah.
You know, you go underneath these things. Like I feel it's almost like a static field.
Can
I
we take,
feel,
like, a 15
you know,
minute
like I go in front of my TV at home whenever my mom and my grandma have been watching it for 2 hours, and I'll literally walk in front of the TV. I'll feel the field in front of it.
Well, the
I'm like,
static electricity.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You know, and you get that, use the static electrical field as kind of your control, so you can see like, okay, this is what this feels like, and utilize those nerves to
Lock your
begin
minds
to
up
feel
tight.
those
Don't let anybody tell you
feelings.
anything
Work your way up. Work that
differs from your
sensitivity up.
Because
pre-established
part of it
beliefs.
is I'd love to like learn more about how the technology.
You gotta
works.
spin. You gotta be
I
on
know
the
it's
ball.
Like super microwaves.
Gotta spend your money.
Small microwaves.
Gotta go to war.
Send like enormous data, like large data packets. Like very
Gotta
quickly,
jab some stuff to you.
which is why the internet makes like your Wi-Fi, your internet faster. But
Oh, I bet if I leave my phone here, I can keep.
it always does.
Yeah. As long as I don't move my phone from the table, then I think it'll be good.
Oh my god, this video downloaded instantly. Like I haven't seen it.
I don't even really, honestly. I don't have a 5G phone though. It's technically still 4G, but it utilizes the 5G antenna. I don't know how, but it's not technically 5G if you see it here. It says 5G. I don't know what that T means, but I imagine
Effort. There's a guy in my physics class in high school. We called him Effort because that's all he had.
Yeah.
He would be like the last guy you pick for anything.
I say A.
Call him Effort.
I give you an A for effort.
Yeah, Effort. Yeah.
Yeah, dude, it's been good talking. What's your name?
I'm Prince Ocean.
Nice to meet you, Alex.
Yeah, man. So, are you guys just here for like a couple days and then you're heading back to Texas or what?
Well, I'm from Texas with my friend David. We filmed the event and did a badass job doing that. It's really badass. But these gentlemen, they contribute a lot to the flat earth community and through actual like science.
I guess.
Activism, as you can see.
It's really interesting.
It's really difficult because there's so much suppression
water's
online
level.
that you look up like flat
No
earth.
proof of Earth curve or
No one
motion.
goes to space. Earth doesn't curve. Boats don't disappear over the horizon.
It looks so
The sun is moving just like you see it, not the Earth.
Yep. Moving around the Earth.
David White, they call him Flat Earth Dave,
Open up your
right?
mind,
So it's
there's
kind of
good
interesting.
sky.
One of
Vote for yourself,
the
you're
leading,
flat.
the leading argumentative voices regarding Flat Earth, his name is Professor Dave, and his videos are very. If you notice the way he talks about and to flat earthers, he demoralizes them, dehumanizes them, says we decimated, destroyed, obliterated flat Earth with this one scientific proof that didn't even use science. They're fucking retarded. And so you can see like how emotionally he handles.
Oh yeah.
Keep that in mind whenever you're saying something.
Yeah, I'm curious. I mean, maybe I'll watch some flat Earth videos. Or
Did you get the card?
There's one for an app and
Yeah,
stuff like
get
that.
the app. On that app, it will link you directly. You'll have a few options. Here, I'll show you real quick. It's a really good app. I use it.
Here's what you've been told. Is it possible for them to lie? Is it possible for anyone to lie? Test it for yourself. 3 Bitcoin. Nearly $60,000 in Bitcoin for one globe proof.
So right here you have all the options on the right. And you can look at
Ground's not spinning beneath you guys. Flat, stationary.
Flatter. Okay.
Not moving at all. Don't be afraid of information. It ain't scary.
So you can look at the featured videos. And it will show
Hey, no. Test what you believe.
how it's available on this app.
Prove what you believe, and you can earn 3 Bitcoin.
Hey, Rochelle.
$1,000
What's up?
For one proof that you live on a globe.
Yeah, sorry about that. So I did 720p this time. Hopefully that helps, and I'll keep my phone where it says that the stream is okay. And hopefully I get some distance with my GoPro, you know, wirelessly, but yeah, I'll see what I can do, guys. Yeah, it is a pretty beautiful day. It's a little warm in the sun, but you know, I gotta be careful with my GoPro. It wants to overheat.
3 Bitcoin. 3 Bitcoin for one proof of the globe. 3 Bitcoin worth $60,000. Proof of the globe can get you 3 Bitcoin.
That aren't in the house.
You can win $60,000 for one proof of the globe. $60,000. 3 Bitcoin worth $60,000 for one proof of the globe. Any furniture, spin, or vacuum next to air pressure.
Free information. Check it out. Prove it for yourself. The globe is a religion.
Water's level. Don't question what you've been told. You gotta believe everything. If they tell you that you live on a spinning space ball, you better believe it. Buzz Aldrin says you go back in a nanosecond.
Hey, you got free information. Check it out.
again, with
Can't hurt you.
the idea of error.
Scared of information.
You know, our atmosphere.
Too scary, huh? Too scary. No, not information. No.
I don't
Don't give me information. That's scary. It's free. Oh no. First flat and stationary. Free information. Not a glove.
Oh, hell yeah.
Who is
Free information. Check it out.
What was his name? What was his whole name?
If you prove it for yourself, then you will know for sure that you put in a glove. But no one has proven it in over 7 years of us looking for the answer.
Earth is not a spinning ball.
We can draw cartoons if you want. I can draw some up. And you know what I can't do? Travel across Antarctica.
How's that going to benefit you?
Free information. Check it out.
You know what? Everybody lies. What color the lies?
All y'all lying.
We're trying to
All
expose your
white
lies.
folks lie.
Hey, so it matters to you then. You just proved it matters to you.
All white folks lie.
Why
Yeah,
you
lies
triggered?
matter. That's right. Lies matter.
It matters.
Lies matter.
Shove it up your ass.
It
Yeah,
matters.
lies matter. That's right. Go ahead, believe the white folks that tell you it's a globe then.
White folks say it's a globe though. How about them?
How do you know you're black? Because white man told you so.
Old white men in the government say it's a globe.
The white man told you you're black.
Jeez, man. Crazy.
And the first navigation around the globe. Oh. But he
How about that logic?
White people lie.
trying to
What you believe, Herb O'Brien?
That's cognitive dissonance in action.
3 Bitcoin for one proof of the globe.
Here's another true story.
$16,000 for one proof of the globe. Curvature spin or aircraft.
Free information. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Take the Flat Earth Challenge.
Hype in the chat for Flat Earth.
Free information. Free information. Can't hurt ya.
He was a terrible person. Like murderer, slave, not just a slave owner, a slave stealer. He like killed.
One proof of the globe. 3 Bitcoin.
He didn't like what he was saying. He was like accusing him of like doing some like
Worth
type of
$60,000.
something.
One
Chop his
proof.
head off. That's mom.
Curvature spin or document
So he did go around the planet and made it the whole way around first. He was the first guy to actually make it the whole way around. Sorry, to lead the navigation, because Magellan's crew did finish the navigation. They did finish it.
Awesome.
But, like-
Justin Bieber did that too, actually.
Did he really?
Yeah, he flew around the world in a plane.
Oh, for real?
East to west. Incredible.
So I do love Justin Bieber. If I had the chance to hang out with him like on stage or something, I would definitely do that. I would do it. But
I don't know
anyways,
if he's been doing shows since his Bell's palsy.
One proof of a globe.
He really got Bell's palsy from the vaccine
3
and having his
Bitcoin.
face start. Yeah, having his face
$60,000.
like went droopy.
what?
Yeah, bro. You haven't seen
I
Elijah.
don't know about this.
Bro. Fuck, it's horrible. It honestly sucks for the dude, but
Yeah, he's Canadian. Right? Yeah.
Mhm.
Don't be scared of information.
Can you put these cards in here? Just like
That's a
that.
lot of fun.
Well,
No such thing as a globe. No such thing as
there's a lot of people out here.
no such thing as
Yeah,
curvature.
fair enough.
That way it's all in one nice little package.
It's nearly $60,000 for one proof
See
of the
what I'm saying?
Teeny fucking easier just keep them.
Yeah, try to keep it like tight in the fold so it doesn't fall out so easy.
There's probably some websites that talk about it.
Show me curvature. Show me spin. It's a ball that spins, right?
Yeah.
That's my argument for the globe.
Mrs. Johnson told me it spins, so it's true.
Love proof. Bitcoin, nearly $60,000 for one proof of a globe.
Oh my God.
Any curvature?
Here you go. Take the flat earth challenge. Try to prove it.
So that's news because
No proof of the globe.
hear a lot of
No
people
proof
talk
of the
about
globe.
Refusing to work with monkeys is just a item.
Free information. Check it out.
Weird. Wow, that's crazy.
Check it out. Flat earth proof.
Have a good day, man.
All right.
Information scary, no touchy.
We never went to the moon.
I'll go back up there and do too much people.
One proof of a globe.
Still waiting on those space hotels to possess these guys.
70
20 more years, we'll get there.
proof. We broke your globe model. Now you need a new one. Or you could just stop looking at models. Governments wouldn't lie. Scientists wouldn't lie. Doctors wouldn't lie. Teachers wouldn't lie.
No.
Parents wouldn't lie. Oh, Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, Tooth Fairy. Oh, parents wouldn't lie. Liar, liar, pants on fire. One proof of a globe worth 3 Bitcoin, nearly $60,000 for one proof of the globe.
The globe Earth is Santa Claus for adults.
One proof of a globe gives you $60,000 in Bitcoin. 3 Bitcoin for one globe proof. Curvature, spin, or saturation air pressure. You prove one of them, $60,000.
Free information. Check it out. Earth is flat.
Information scary, no touchy. Information scary. One glove proof. That's all we're looking for. One glove proof. We won't be here anymore.
Jack.
One glove proof, not 3 and 3 is 4.
Rochelle wants to know how to get some of these flyers.
You cannot. They're mine. Actually, if you get in touch with that flat fellow, I believe his contact information is in the description of all of his videos. That flat fellow.
That flat fellow.
Three
Any
Bitcoin,
mods
one
in
proof
chat?
of globe, Nearly $60,000.
I don't understand. What was that?
3 Bitcoin for one proof of the globe.
Here you go.
I don't even understand what you're talking about.
That'll get you started. Prove the globe.
Here, being a ball, if you can prove curvature, spin, or a vacuum next to air pressure, you can earn 3 Bitcoin, which is worth $60,000 right now.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, check it out on the clock app.
For proof.
That little card has the app. Download the app, watch the daily video for 2 weeks,
One proof of the
and
globe,
all the
60,000.
questions you have are in the app.
So how do you guys prove that it is flat?
Well, you can think about it like, have you ever built anything with water level?
Yeah.
Okay, so water always maintains level, regardless of the elevation, regardless of how long the water is. Water will always fill its container to the lowest elevation and lay flat at the surface. And so, like, if you think about like California to Australia, you got sea level here, flat level water in between. It does never curve to the exterior of a shape, ever.
Except then you have gravity, which holds the water to the earth, right?
Yeah, so that's the story they tell us, but gravity that is supposed to hold the water here is also supposed to hold our air here, right? Because we live in a giant vacuum called outer space, allegedly. And so if you live in a vacuum called outer space, then there must be something holding the air here as well, correct? Gravity, right?
I don't know, I'm not that much of a scientist.
There you go. That's what you have to think about, because when you talk about entropy, entropy is a high pressure system will always go into a low pressure
Check it out.
system.
Free info.
Air will always fill available space. That's what air pressure does.
Okay, but so how do you explain it if I drop something?
If you drop something, it was explained before gravity. Gravity came up to say you're sticking on a spinning ball. Before that, it was called buoyancy and density. Anything that is, it equalizes. So anything that's heavier than the medium it's in will go down. Anything lighter than the medium it's in will go up.
Except if you said that,
yes.
So drop a helium balloon and it goes up.
except you said that,
Yes.
then you'd argue that a heavier thing would fall faster than a lighter thing, right?
No. No, because
your
it's not about speed. It's about the equalization. Equalization has nothing to do with speed.
So what are we equalizing when we drop something?
Okay, so if you have something up here and it's heavier than the air, it finds the equalization when it hits the ground because it's at the same density to hold the object that you've dropped. When you let go of a helium balloon, it goes up because it's equalizing to find its equalization in the layer of the air.
So a ping pong ball will fall through the air. If you put it in a pool,
It'll hit
it floats.
The water. Yeah.
It's less dense than the water,
Yes.
but it's more dense than the air. So it finds its equalization
And
level.
if you pull the ping pong ball under the water, it will go up to find its equilibrium again.
You should probably have a density gradient in this poster.
Yeah, it's a density gradient. Yeah, unfortunately we don't have that yet. But I mean, the biggest test for us though is that the spherical Earth has a measurement that's given to us by, you know, science or NASA or whatever you want to call it. They have a radius of 3959. With that, they also give you a calculation of where the horizon should be based on that globe model. And when you can see beyond that measurement, then it disproves.
I got
the
free
physical
information
measurements
for
of the
you
globe.
for the science
So,
behind
the
flat
biggest
Earth.
thing that you can do as an individual is not to trust us. Take the math that they give you, try it for yourself. Because that's how we became what we are, is because we tried to test the globe. We've been doing it for 7 years. We've tried line of sight microwave. We've tried laser tests. We've tried long distance photography. And we've disproven that there's any curvature blocking anything at all.
So how do you explain night and day then?
Night and day is just the circuit of the sun. It's not as far away as they say it is. It's not as big as they say it is. It only covers a small portion of the Earth at any one time. So it does travel away from us, and that is perspective. Like when you look down a street and you see light posts, it looks like they're getting shorter and going towards the horizon. The same thing happens to the sun. Where it appears it's setting on the horizon, it's just getting further away in your perspective view.
So you're saying the sun goes like this?
Yes. It goes like this above the surface
Over
of
a
the
flat
Earth.
surface, yeah. And light doesn't travel forever. You know how...
So the sun, moon, and stars actually rotate around the North Star. That never moves.
So okay, so so how do you explain then if I'm good enough to walk in a straight line, I'll end up straight back here, right?
Yeah,
on a round Earth or a flat Earth, you go like, ah.
Yeah, they say that, but if you ask someone who actually does it with a plane, they don't fly straight. What they do is they correct for north, right? So they use a compass or GPS to correct for north and continue heading east. So they have to do slight corrections over a long flight. It's a large circle, so it's like almost indistinguishable. But when you do a flight recording, you can see, okay, turning a little left, turning a little left, turning a little left. That happens over a long period of time over the whole circuit. And that's the same on the flat Earth or a globe Earth, because we're using the North Pole as our reference to figure out what is east and west.
Do you have a North Pole on flat Earth?
Beg your pardon?
Do you have a North Pole on flat Earth?
We do.
Is the Earth spinning?
No, there's no detectable motion.
It's just sitting there.
Yes.
What holds it there?
What spins the Earth? I mean, do you have any proof that the Earth spins? Because that's what we're looking for. Because if you can prove that the Earth spins, then you're beating five tests, almost a fifth test. Okay, so let's say 4 tests. You got Sagnac, you got Aries failure, Michelson-Morley, and Michelson-Gale. All of them tried to prove that the Earth is rotating and that the stars appear stationary, but they actually proved the opposite. You should check those out. They were, you know, peer reviewed and everything else like that, but they refused to put that into the school books because it broke their model. But no one has ever circumnavigated north to south, only east to west. And if you go to Australia, I'm guessing you're from somewhere near that region, yeah? If you go to Australia and you ask the military personnel which way the compass points, they'll tell you, like, even their strongest compasses always point north, because there is no southern pole. It doesn't exist. They do magnetic declination, which is from the North Pole, there's like a 4-leaf clover of magnetic declination that comes only from the north. No South Pole at all. It's very interesting stuff when you look into this. I mean, when we first hear it, you know, we're programmed to, oh, that's stupid, you're gonna fall off the edge, da 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 da. But then when you actually look at the science behind it, it's like, okay, so where's the globe proof? The more you look for it, the more it falls apart.
So the flat Earth we were taught when we were children is nonsense. That was just like a straw man model to say that it's stupid. We're talking about a flat stationary Earth. We're not saying it's a disc in space. We're saying what we see, what we observe.
So you can disprove space, like what we were talking about before, where you live here on air.
and then above us is a giant vacuum. There's something called the second law of thermodynamics. It's called entropy. High pressure will always go to low pressure. That's when you pop a balloon, the air disperses in every direction instantaneously. So if you have like a chamber with regular air pressure, like you're breathing right now, and you close it off and you build another chamber above and you evacuate the air, making it a near vacuum, when you open up the valve, the air automatically equalizes and you have half the air in both rooms. And when that happens, the gravity,
or something, isn't it?
yeah, and when that happens, gravity should, because gravity is stronger here, the gravity should hold it in the first room, according to their model. But of course it doesn't, because entropy is far stronger than any nonsensical gravity model.
Except also that I guess the theory of gravity says that the gravitational pull gets less and less the further you get away from the center. Right?
Exactly, yeah.
So it's got less pull on what's up there anyway.
Correct, yeah. So the gravity should be stronger here, and thereby holding the air from getting into the second room. But it doesn't. Because, you know, air law. Air law will always expand to its available space.
For information.
So you think about.
You want to check it out?
Thanks.
You're welcome.
And it doesn't. It's like when you talk about rockets, you know, they say rockets are using, you know, jet propulsion and whatever in outer space, but the reason that rockets work here is because they're pushing off air. And they say the space is void of air, which you couldn't push off of anything. There's nothing to thrust off of.
I understand that.
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean, yeah, all of it makes sense when you start thinking about it, but it's always crazy when you first hear about it, you understand? You have to contemplate these things. Yeah, and it's not something that you just, you know, we know you're not going to like, oh, I'm a flat earther now and then walk away. That's not how this works. You got to test this stuff for yourself and ask yourself the same question.
He was like, go up there, speak to the scientists.
Yeah, we wear this in mockery because people trust the white coats. You understand?
I trust it too. Please don't.
You trust all white coats?
Yes, all white coats.
Oh my goodness.
If it wasn't for the white coat, I wouldn't
All right,
have
well,
information.
I'm wearing a white coat and I'm telling you the earth is flat. Now you got to trust me because I'm
I
wearing
do.
Okay.
I've already
all right.
That's why I took the car. I'm going to watch the video on the way home.
Awesome.
28 minutes.
Have a good one.
Minutes. All right, have fun, guys.
No problem. Have a good one.
Wizard patches.
3 Bitcoin for one proof of the globe. 3 Bitcoin worth nearly $60,000 right now. 3 Bitcoin. Curvature standard, vacuum next to air pressure. Any proof will do. Free information. It's not scary.
Want to check it out? Take the Flat Earth Challenge. Try to prove the globe. Check out that app. There's a card inside. Download the app. There's a daily video every day. Watch it for 2 weeks. And there's also a question button where it'll have all the common questions about Flat Earth. Check that out. And then if you think you still have a globe proof at the end of that, send it to Flat Earth Dave. I think it's flatearthdave@gmail.com, but it'll be on his website. It's all in there. So send him a message, say you got a globe proof, and he'll give you the Bitcoin.
One proof of the globe, 3 Bitcoin, worth nearly $60,000 for one proof. Curvature, spin, the vacuum next to air pressure.
It's not the flat Earth you heard about in school.
So how would a flat Earth work then?
It's just what we see. We observe flat, stationary, no motion, no curvature.
Yeah, like if you go out to the ocean and you watch a boat disappear into the horizon, you may say that the boat fell over the curve of the Earth, right? It's on the other side of the horizon, going downward now around the globe. But if you get a high-powered zoom camera, after it's disappeared in the distance, you can bring the boat back. And then if you watch it sail off again and disappear again, you can zoom in further and bring that boat back again.
So the horizon's optical.
At what point is the physical curvature going to block the boat? It never does. When the boat completely disappears, it's lost into perspective, because whenever you look off in the distance, the sky and the ground appear to meet at a focal point. It's called the law of perspective.
But
so
how
everything
does
goes to that
gravity work
focal
then?
point. What's that?
How does gravity work then?
So gravity was a theory that was invented to explain why we don't fly off of a spinning ball. Before that, everything was explained with terms like density and buoyancy. Anything heavier than the medium it's in will go down. Anything lighter than the medium it's in will go up. It's about equilibrium. Everything in this realm is about equilibrium. You have energy equilibrium, air pressure equilibrium.
Got some free information for you. You want to check it out?
This whole world is, governed by equilibrium, basically. So if you drop, like, the demonstration he talked about earlier, if you drop a ping pong ball, it hits the top of the water of the pool, it'll sit there. If you pull it down,
it'll pop right back up because it's trying to find the equilibrium of where it belongs.
Based on density and buoyancy.
Density and buoyancy, yeah. That's all there is to it. So, I mean, gravity, you know, they even say it's a theory because, like, the best spokesperson that they have for science says, you know, gravity, what it is, we don't know.
So why do we have different climates then?
Different climates, that's the equalization that we have, right? So you have the sun that is in different areas over time, and then the air tries to equalize, and that causes air pressure differential.
Want some free information about the Earth?
All right, thank you.
Check it out.
Yeah, but now, okay,
Free info?
if I drive north now,
You're giving a presentation.
Yeah.
the case,
Earth is flat and stationary. There's no evidence for a globe Earth.
everything
You ever heard about that?
sunlight right
Oh, no, absolutely not. That's only if you believe that the sun is...
Yeah, do you know anyone who's proven Earth curvature or Earth motion?
Model even now, like if you go
Is there
to
like an experiment or a demonstration?
What's it called?
Sure.
dateandtime.gov where they show
yeah,
where the
oh,
sun is.
Yeah,
and
we're
where
looking
the
for
moon
Earth.
is,
Oh,
and
no,
Earth
I
curve,
Earth
Earth
is
motion.
covered by the sunlight.
No,
See
because
that
as
it
far as
moves.
we
It's
can
like
see, the
sometimes it's covering
horizon's
half the Earth,
flat,
sometimes it's only a very
level.
small area.
Earth is stationary. You don't sense any motion. There's no optical device or mechanical device that can demonstrate Earth motion. Even Einstein admitted that.
So when you see the sun appearing to go off into the distance, you know, they
So
tell
we're
you
just
that you're
presenting
spinning backwards
Earth as it
faster
is,
than the
as
speed of
anyone
sound
can observe
while
it.
the sun is standing still.
So
And
if
that's
you
what
go
the sun
farther
says,
enough, you'll
okay?
fall off the
But in
Earth.
reality,
Well, that's
you
what
can
they
see
tell
the
you in
sun
school,
go
but
off
this
in the
isn't the flat
distance,
Earth you heard
and
about
it
in
just goes to that
school.
perspective point.
This is just what we observe and what we can
What's that?
see. But they tell us that,
How's that?
Antarctica, based on the Antarctic Treaty,
Okay, so tell me
you can't go
your
explore
proof
there.
of a globe.
So you know the oceans,
Around the globe.
all the sea
No, I've never
levels.
flown around a globe.
We know that water has to be contained.
Right.
So
No,
we
I've
suspect
never-
that
nobody's
Antarctica
flying
would
around
be
a
the
globe.
container
Nobody does.
going around. And as far
Oh,
as
you've flown from
space
airport to
goes,
airport to airport?
we're not a disc floating in
That's a cool
space.
trick, man. That's a big deal.
No,
That
you
doesn't prove
everything
anything.
has to be contained. You know, the air, gas in the air, it requires a container to have
If you
pressure.
fly at night, it's a globe.
So
That's
you
what
you
you're
can't have
saying?
no pressure.
That makes no sense. What are you
It would be a
talking about?
vacuum. So what they tell us in school is that there's a vacuum above our heads. We're saying that no,
The
we're in a
other side of
container.
what?
day and night work?
Otherwise you wouldn't have the gas
day and
pressure.
night
The gas
works
would fill the
because
space.
The sun is local. It's local, man.
So we have some ideas about what it could
so
be,
when did
but
you discover the spin
we're
of the
just
Earth?
saying, you know,
How
what
did
we
you test
observe,
for the spin of the Earth?
and we don't observe a globe. It's impossible.
About 7 years ago.
All right,
About
cool,
7
man.
years
Thank
ago.
you.
When I
Check it
tested
out.
it for myself, because the globe has a model. They have a measurement for the globe. It's 3959 radius. With that, we can determine that the horizon is no further than 1.225 miles times the observer's height in feet. And if you can see the horizon beyond that, then the globe model is broke. And we see distances 20 times farther than what they say it is.
So what is the shape then? Is it like a plate?
I don't know. I've never been to see the whole Earth. No one has. No one has.
Astronauts have.
What about the astronauts?
You believe in astronauts, huh? That's cool. It's a cool story, bro. Wait.
No.
Cool story, bro. Cool story.
I just said astronauts.
Okay, so do military lie?
What?
Do military lie?
Does the military lie?
Yes.
Do they follow orders?
Follow what?
Does government lie? Does military lie? People that are paid to be like in control. Okay, so do you, like when you're in the military and you're told a secret, are you allowed to talk about it? No. Okay, so if you are an astronaut who has to be military to be an astronaut, when they sign a non-disclosure, they can't talk about it. So when they're said, this is the story you need to push forward, you're going to. And Buzz Aldrin, in his older years, is starting to admit that he never went to the moon. He's saying it himself. He's saying, this little girl asked him, why haven't we been back to the moon? And he says, we haven't been there, and I think I know why, but we don't know why. Buzz Aldrin said that.
Do you have a cell phone?
Yes?
So how do you think that works?
Because it's a globe, obviously. What are you talking about?
It's a globe.
Okay, do we have
Just said it's a
towers?
globe.
Do we have towers? Cell phone towers?
Yeah, how do they...
Okay, so cell phone towers send a signal to us over a flat lane.
Okay,
That's the
but it's still
easiest
on?
path, is a straight line.
That's not how that works, dude.
It's as easiest path. Yes, it is.
That's not good. I work
Yes, it
in
is.
radio. That's not how that works, bro.
Oh, you don't have a line of sight that you need to hold?
Dude, radio waves are not limited to going flat.
Do you have to have a line of sight to get a signal to
Yes,
another
but you can
location?
only
You
produce
just
so
said
much
yes.
power.
You just said yes.
You can only send a signal so far, but you don't have to be
Because of
reliable.
power. You
can
just
go
said
listen
it.
to my radio
You're
station.
admitting it. You're admitting it. You have to have power to send a signal further in a straight line.
I didn't say in a straight line.
Yes, you did.
No, I did not.
Yes, you did. I said, do you have to have a line of sight? You said
No,
yes.
You can listen to
You
Rock
said yes.
101.5 in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Awesome, dude.
Yes.
Awesome, because it's a straight line. You don't have to get around the curve, man.
We have a question
Go ahead.
over here.
Go ahead. Because when they invented the cartoon Mickey, that's also the same time that they said that they found Pluto. And then when they took a picture of Pluto, it actually has Pluto from Mickey Mouse on the Pluto planet.
Huh?
Yes, it's crazy. See the picture of Pluto on Pluto?
So it's a cartoon Pluto.
It's a cartoon Pluto.
In both scenarios.
Hey guys. Flash stationary. Spread the word.
How long have you been researching this?
7 years. 7 years. It's a long time. How old are you?
9.
9. So you were 2 years old when I started looking into this. That's how long. It's a long time.
So you can waste 7 years of your life.
Yeah, I'm a civil engineer draftsman, dude. I know how this works. I'm not retarded as you may think.
No,
just believe what you're told. Don't question anything. What a dude. What?
Free information, check it out. Earth is not a globe.
Thank you.
Scientific evidence.
Thank you.
Okay, deny the evidence.
Laughing without looking is the height of ignorance. Good job, sir. Good job.
Free information, can't hurt you. Information about the flat Earth.
You know, I teach science and I like to
All
look
right,
at-
all right. Check out the science then.
That's why they
Check
don't
out the
want you to
science.
look. Just believe what you're told and you'll always be blind. So funny till you look at it.
I heard him land on the moon on the radio back in the '69.
A moderator if you help out with videos related to the topics.
One proof, curvature, spin, or a vacuum next to an air pressure.
Yeah, totally triggered.
Stationary.
Typical
Water
globe.
is not scary. Feel free to look. If you don't want to look, that's because you're scared to look at the information. Afraid of what it might say about your reality. There's no curvature, no spin, no vacuum next to an air pressure. If you try to prove these things, you'll get 3 Bitcoin, nearly $60,000 just for one proof of the globe.
Hey, free information, check it out. Can't hurt you. Check it out.
One proof.
Prove the globe.
Thank you for not being afraid to look at information. I appreciate it.
We will stop. Can we take a picture? No, wait.
Here, get this app. It'll give you all the information you need.
It'll give me-
Answer all your questions.
Okay.
You can laugh, but it's just what you've been told. It's not something you
How do y'all
tested.
feel about the NASA pictures?
They
It's all
make-
Hollywood.
If you go to nasa.gov and you look at the pictures, if you look at the descriptions underneath it, for every one of those globes, they say that they have to use the Photoshop program to make them.
Photoshop,
Yes, they do. It actually says it on their website. Go to nasa.gov, look up any globe, and underneath it, it says that we take strips of data and we wrap it around a ball. They literally say
Here.
it themselves.
It's my YouTube channel.
On their website.
Yeah, I'll
Check it
take
out.
a picture that way you can hand it to somebody else.
No, I got plenty.
You got plenty?
You can have it,
Like
yeah.
a homeless weaker
Space and
shelter.
we see all the other round planets.
Kind of funny how every single moon landing
Have you,
occurred
hold
under
on,
Nixon's
have you
administration,
actually
too. Why
seen a
have we
round
been
planet,
back?
or do you see spots of light in the sky? Okay, so if you get a telescope, if you get a telescope,
Yeah, we can look at stars in the sky from a telescope.
If you get a telescope, all you see is a round light circle.
Here,
Round light circle.
check out this app. It'll answer all your questions. There's like a question mark button on it, and pretty much all the questions that we had are on there because we thought it was a globe too, but once you look into it, try to prove a globe, it falls flat, man. All
So
right?
you think we're on a flat Earth?
I know we are. There's no evidence of curvature. There's no evidence of Earth motion. It's what you see. You see a flat horizon.
Proof of the globe is 3 Bitcoin.
Horizon is not Earth curve.
$1,000 for one proof of the globe. Curvature, spin, or a vacuum next to air pressure, which defies physics. The laws of reality prove that the Earth is flat and stationary.
Do you know how fast they say the globe is spinning?
Yes, we try to prove movement of the
What's
Earth,
it,
that it does not move. Look at the
24,000 miles a day, so
information is
I
not
don't know.
painful.
What's that break down to? 1,000 miles an hour, I guess.
Yeah, at the equator.
Yeah.
Yeah, most people don't even know that. Do you know what the radius of the globe is?
At the equator?
Just from the core of the Earth to the surface.
It's going to be different depending
How
on
far?
if you're at the equator or if you're talking...
Approximately.
Information's not scary.
Well, they tell us it's 3959 miles.
3959?
And so what you can do is spherical trigonometry to find out what the curvature rate is supposed to be. So you can test that, and it breaks down to about 8 inches per mile squared. So you go out 8 inches at 1 mile, that's what it's supposed to be hidden under the horizon. So then at 3 miles, or 2 miles would be 32 inches, and so on and so forth, and then you get to like 50 miles and it's like 1,600 feet hidden.
So you're saying at 50 miles out you should see a drop off
of 1,600 feet.
Okay.
So what we see is, you see that picture in the top left? The Chicago skyline?
Yeah.
That's where you get
With the pink sky? Yeah, so that's Chicago 56 miles away from across Lake Michigan. So that entire skyline of the city should be hidden below the curvature, but it's not. And the news will tell you it's a